In this lesson, we will learn how mapping a source data is executed. As explained, dimSum takes advantage of the familiar Excel tools and features by using its interface through which the initial mapping of source data is executed. dimSum maps external sources such as Excel, PDF, Word, and HTML files. In this example, we will learn how the initial mapping of Excel source data is executed. In dimSum's user manual, you can find different mapping samples of other supported formats. The demonstration presented here is using Hebrew version. English version is fully supported. The mapping example concerns balance sheet report of a large financial institution. The challenge was to compare all competitors' balance sheet data. As said, all competitors' data lies outside the organization in external sources. In this example, in a regulatory report, which all banks need to report quarterly, all the reports are published by the regulator via the internet. In the y-axis, we see dimensions with several levels of hierarchy, such as assets, liabilities, and so on. In the x-axis, we see dimensions in a matrix table nature, such as period, solo, consolidate, balance sheet type, etc. The challenge is to associate each number or indices to all of the dimensions related both in y and x axes. As shown, this is dimSum's outcome of a mapping process. dimSum mapping usually takes up to 20 minutes per report. The user needs to define the map only one time for each format of report in a source file. All the definitions made are saved as XML in the source file and can be used again in an automated process in every new period or version. dimSum can identify and alert the user with each change made in the report's ranges, so the initial mapping can be updated with each version of the report. The user may define new dimensions and indices as needed. The dimensions can be external or user-defined, or can be associated to an actual dimension in the report. The user may define an organ who is the amount of the levels above, or may define control column using Excel-friendly functionality. These functionality are most important for SOX compliance. We see now how simple it is to define new dimensions in dimSum. Through its mapping, dimSum associates the user terminology made by the user. Next, knowledge base, where we learn how to make clear database schematic structure based on definitions made earlier.